Go. Go, go, Joe. Go,
No,
go.
no.
Hello to the interworlds of internetness. Anybody here yet? To all the people watching the replay, hello. Welcome. I'm knitting on socks.
Salutations.
Oh, is that Brandon?
Yeah.
I'm much further from the screen.
It's a pretty man.
Hello, Brandon. How is it out your way? How is the South? I finished a project today, everybody. I did. I finished a project.
Did you bring it?
No, I didn't bring it.
Oh. Are you going to make a video?
I am going to make a video. Because that's one that I needed to make a video about anyway.
Okay.
And because I don't want to risk you touching it.
That's fair.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of the wall too.
This one's not as bad as the other one. Because it doesn't scratch me. Yeah. It is also hot in here right now.
It's because of you.
Obviously.
Because you are here.
Brandon says he's been working outside most of the day.
Yeah. Brandon sent a little bit of a concern because he knows we're in Utah, and on the news, apparently there is, what was it called?
A fire tornado.
Fire tornado.
Or I think it was called a fiery devil or something.
And
there's another word for it, I can't remember.
But it's in southern Utah on the border of Colorado. And I'm trying to think. It takes probably like 3.5 hours to go to Moab. So I would say that fire is probably like 5 hours from us. Like a 5-hour drive. So at least there's that. But like that's still also pretty scary that that's happening. But when I think about something like that, that would happen in southern Utah, not so much up here. Southern Utah has much higher temperatures than we do.
Something like that definitely wouldn't happen as much here. But we do have fires around here.
Yeah, there was a fire not fairly recently, like a couple weeks ago or less.
Not too far away.
Just, I don't know, a few miles. Like, it's in the same valley as us. It's like a 10-15 minute drive.
Brandon said the article called it a fire vortex.
Yeah. I had to look it up because Deer Creek, there is a Deer Creek reservoir, which is probably maybe an hour. I don't even think it would take an hour to get there. But that didn't make sense that there would be a fire vortex or whatever up at Deer Creek. So I had to look it up. And apparently this is a different Deer Creek. It's not the reservoir. It's a place down
Vima says hi.
There somewhere.
Hi.
Hi, Vima. How are you today?
I'm looking pretty pale right now, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm adjusting to the slight change in location. And I don't know if that's making a difference. Anyway, what does she say?
So glad to be here. How are you? Well,
Y'all?
no, it's you. Well,
it's supposed to be y'all.
But it's you.
Don't make fun of her.
I'm not making fun of her. It's what it says.
Anyway, well, I'm going to say we're doing great. It's not 100% true, but
Lying to your fans.
Not lying to my fans. I'm choosing to have a happier outlook on life.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Doing
Brandon
great,
say?
dear, says Vima.
But what did Brandon say?
He was saying hi.
Oh. Okay.
I would have told you if it was anything else.
I missed.
Brandon says, that's good.
I don't know how populated the area is that has a fire either. That fire. I'm a little nervous this summer about because we live a mile from the mountains. We're so close to them. And so I'm a little nervous about fires this year. But I'm knitting socks.
Since when do I have green yarn?
I gave it to you after I made a frog.
I don't remember that. Okay.
It's because it's the bulkier stuff. I don't like it.
As much as I like sour Skittles, you know what I'm looking for. What the heck?
Thank you. You wouldn't have seen much of a bond earlier today when I was yelling at her. But I wasn't necessarily yelling at her, just about life.
There were parts where you did, though.
Well, kind of.
There were more about objects of mine, but it was still directed at me.
Yeah, well, there is some reasons.
A cutting board and a pitcher. Those are the reasons. Well, those are the objects.
Yeah, because we want room for them. Actually, I really do hate that cutting board.
To be fair, I hadn't found the other one yet, and then by the time I had set it, and she was still standing there, and I didn't want to go back on what I said, and so I still put it in the box.
Well.
And then it was in to be washed before I could say, actually, I don't want it.
Well, we can put it in the box.
It is in the box, so is the pitcher.
Oh, you decided not to keep the picture?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty and everything, and if you had a place to store it, that'd be nice. But because it's an open thing, I think it's challenging. More challenging than what you would want. So, anyway.
I can't find my snacks.
I don't have your snack.
They were supposed to be in my bag.
I have mine.
They were in my bag.
Today has been a day. I have spent much of it crying, and so my body feels very exhausted. But it's not like anything to really lament about. It was just
Overwhelmed.
basically
Kind of.
where our van has been down for 7 months. I'm sorry, 7 weeks. It feels like 7 months.
It does feel like 7 months.
And I was just really sad about the fact that we can't just take everybody up in the canyon.
We were so excited we got a pass this year and everything.
Camping. And like, sure, I found out that we have a good tent, which is half the finances of going camping. But can't even go because we don't have a vehicle. So I was just crying about that. And then I was frustrated about the messy house. And then I was literally having a meltdown. And like if my hands were greasy, I was freaking out kind of meltdown. Much like when I have a panic attack and my socks are wet.
I often feel that way touching the dirty dishes.
So it's been an emotional day and my body is just tired. And I was really worried that I would be in a bad mood today for the live. I think I'm in a fairly good. I'm not super high energy, but I'm not like grumpy right now. So
I've been reading all day, so I'm doing okay.
I did finish a blanket today. My overlay mosaic crochet blanket is done. And I'm so happy because I am not a blanket maker. They take a long time. Plus,
I don't
it's
think I would be
acrylic.
either, honestly. I get bored with long projects.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice that with the overlay mosaic, the pattern changed every once in a while, and so that was cool, and it kept my interest. But it was still just a really big project. And then to be finishing it in July, it was so warm. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. So
At least you didn't have a ton of it to do.
yeah, I got it done. So I will be making a video about that very soon. I don't know if it will be tomorrow, because tomorrow I have to work on our website stuff because our most recent journal is live. It's live on Amazon, but I forgot to get, well, I didn't forget. I just kept putting off the stuff to do the website. So, but yeah. And then I ordered things. Did I order my most recent winner's prize?
If you did, you didn't tell me. Or you may have, and I just didn't realize it. That happens sometimes.
It would have been, I believe, Linda. Oh, and hey, I'm going to be live, maybe ShiAnne with us on Wednesday. I think it's this Wednesday. Over on Lori's Stories and Crochet. And she won one of our journals, but because she already has one of our journals, she decided that she wants to pass it along. And so we're going to have the giveaway on her live to pass that journal along. And so that's going to be fun. I don't remember if she won a specific one or if we can just do it anyone at a certain price.
I'll be right back.
She'll be right back. I don't know what to talk. She's finding her snacks. Maybe she's finding her snacks. This is one of those moments that I don't really know what to talk about. I know that I need to do, for my own sake, just because it was bugging me, I'm going to do a little mini tutorial for my mosaic video, because when I was doing the envelope border, on one edge, one of the sides didn't match up by one stitch, and so I had to fix that. Then on the next side, it didn't match up by one stitch on the other side, so I don't know if I messed up my corner somewhere, but I had to fix that. And then my third side was totally fine, and then for my last side, I was one stitch wrong again, and so I had to fix that. And so I want to do a mini tutorial to explain how I fixed that one stitch, and you can't even tell looking at it unless like you are meticulously picking apart my crochet, which hopefully nobody does because it wasn't great. I made some mistakes. You'd think I hadn't been crocheting for 40 plus years. I think 45 years now. 45.
I'm hoping having it in here urges me to actually work on it.
Your tank top.
Yeah.
You haven't worked on it at all this week, have you?
No. Mostly I think I just really don't like working with the hook.
Because it's of the shape or because of the size?
Well, it kind of, I don't know, where is it? Here's the project. Where's the hook? It's in here somewhere. There it is. It's just a standard hook.
Yeah, which is why I'm asking. Is it the shape of it because you prefer to have the handles? Is it the size of it?
The problem is I can't figure out how to hold it. Because if I hold it like this, certain stitches I can't do because it's weird and big. And if I hold it like this, my thumb starts to hurt. Which is why I haven't been working on it.
Why are there... Tell me about the stitches you can't do.
It's when it's the solid row
Okay.
It's all pretty much the same stitch over and over, but because I don't know, it's weird when it's all in a row like that versus when it's skipping. I don't know how to explain it.
So there's a way of crochet that I sometimes do that might be better on your wrist, and it's I can show you with my knitting. So I hold my hook in this hand. I hold this hand still, and then I do my looping around with this hand.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that.
And so then you're not twisting.
I've been doing that because it lessens the pain in the actual wrist, but to hold this like this, I have to use here, and this starts to get sore really, really fast because it's weak.
What about if we go how to brace?
I don't know. I've wanted to get compression gloves, but all the compression gloves that have good reviews have copper in them.
Oh. We just found out last night that her dad is also allergic to copper, so now we know
I
where
actually
the
vaguely knew that.
copper came from.
Because he tried to convince me once upon a time that I wasn't allergic to copper, because if it's just your turning green, that's a normal reaction. And I was like, I get rashes. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's an allergy. I also get these weird hive-like things that I don't know what are. Because they're not really hives.
I wouldn't know. After the live, I can look in my drawer of thingies and see if I have any type of glove or something that can help with your wrist. All right, so what are people working on? As far as I know, we just have a couple people here. Brandon is probably working on resting since he works so hard these days.
He was whittling something the other day.
Whittling?
I don't know what, though.
I don't know either. One nice thing about my blanket I just finished is I can enter it in my flag mail.
Yep.
It is a rainbow, and I can actually say that it was
intentionally based off the pride flag.
My friend, her husband died a year and 2 days ago, and about that same time was when my other friend invited me to do the Mosaic of the Month from Juniper and Oaks crochet thing. And so it was a rainbow, and I thought, well, that's perfect. I will make it for my friend, because he had a struggle with, he battled with, am I gay? Am I not gay? Am I, is it okay to be gay? Is it not okay to be gay? Like, he had that battle. And so I decided, since it was a rainbow and everything, I was making it for her to, as in memory of her husband who passed away a year ago. And I just finished it today, so I'm so excited to finally give it to her.
She doesn't know about it, does she?
She does not know about it. I have kept that one secret, which is very hard because I see her once or twice a month and sometimes more. And I've been keeping that one secret. No, you don't need to know what I'm crocheting. I'll tell you what I'm knitting. I looked a little bit at Vima's channel. She's got a lot of fun things that I would enjoy crocheting, because she likes, or it seems like she likes to work with smaller yarns. And I definitely like working with small yarns.
But not too small, though, because you wouldn't do that one either.
Though I have a micro crochet with, it's with embroidery floss. That I'm struggling with because that's like, I can't see it.
They are for me.
And also crochet thread that is dark colored, because I never did make you a pair of black gloves because I could not see the stitches. When I work on the micro crochet, I have to have the magnifying glass, and that is
I have
just
this
a
big
pain.
old standing magnet light.
Mine's over there. I can use mine now. I can see it, so I can know where mine is. So maybe then I'll do it, because it's like not quite as inconvenient to pull out mine. Because mine you wear around the neck. It's not the best of wearing it around the neck, but you still can wear it around the neck.
I haven't brought mine back up since we had a bunch of family things happening right in a row. But it helps me with work.
Because right now I'm stressed about space.
But it helps me with work.
Speaking of work, I am almost done editing animals.
Yay!
I guess I'm like, what do I need to do next? I have a sheep sewing machine. One, I need to, for Chuck, I need to make the sheep journal. I need to figure out what to put in the embroidery journal. And we need to come up with some other animals and pictures to put on the crochet and things. Oh, the seahorse one. Did Sky like seahorses? Because we have a request for a seahorse crochet one.
I'm not actually sure. I know Sky loves praying mantises and has been obsessed with them for as long as I've known.
No, when you guys went to the aquarium, if they had any in particular interest in them.
They really liked waving at fish.
Okay.
Also, like telling me about facts about lizards.
Mm.
Yeah. After a certain point, I kind of stopped being right next to Sky's looking at things, because I can look at a thing, I can read the sign once, and then I will know that information for the at least near future. So it doesn't take me very long to go through museums, because I can bring up a perfect image recall of the thing that I saw. The same applies to aquariums.
Did you get to see the sharks?
Yeah, it was Shark Week. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
I didn't know that going in either, so everything was kind of shark themed.
I feel anxious walking under the sharks. But I think the shark room, where the black room where you can see into the sharks, is really cool.
We got to watch them feed the penguins.
Yeah.
And there was a baby penguin. It was so fluffy.
We have a comment.
I have pictures and videos of like half of the stuff in the aquarium. But I mostly use DK weight yarn and 2-weight yarn, as that's what is mostly available here.
Where are you?
I am in your YouTube area.
Yeah. I cleaned up my YouTube area. Cleaned up some of my room. My goal is to get my room completely cleaned up this week. Like, completely, which I haven't ever done. But I felt like getting that shed cleaned actually was the first time I've 100% completed an area besides the bathroom.
And the cardboard.
I didn't feel like the carport was complete until the shed was
Vima
done.
is from India.
India. So they have a lot of DK and 2-weight cotton yarn mostly, right? I've noticed you use a lot of cotton. Cotton's becoming more available here, but unless I order it online, it's mostly 4-weight that I can get in person.
Oh, look, a link to our website. And it's Tuesday morning, 7:30 a.m. Oh my goodness.
7:30. Well, happy Tuesday. Is it nice tomorrow? Is tomorrow going to be a beautiful day? It is. So you're like 12 hours ahead of us.
Because it's 7:30 here, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be easy to remember what time it is for Viva.
Yeah, it's tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Did you sleep well? What did you say? Both cotton and acrylic yarn. Yeah. ShiAnne is actually allergic to acrylic yarn, which I think is very sad because I have a whole bunch of yarn that I can't use because of ShiAnne.
Do you know what's sadder than that? My favorite of all favorite lip colors I'm allergic to.
Because they put acrylate in a lot of products.
Finally found a mascara that I can use. I'm wearing it now.
Did I miss anything? She said yes, but I don't know if she said anything else. She has a tablecloth pattern on her channel. She has earrings on her channel. I'm trying to think of some of the other things I've seen.
I should check out her channel. Yeah. But you never sent it to me.
You can look her up. It says, was it Venus Crochet?
That's so sad. Yeah, it is. I'm looking for new makeups in colors that I'll like. I have a kind of grungy style, or sometimes gothic, sometimes cottagecore. Honestly, it just changes depending on my mood. But overall, it kind of stays within the grunge range.
Not me.
At least when it comes to makeup. But even if I think about the outfits I wear, it's like sophisticated grunge. Because I wear the dress slacks and stuff. But they're all in the grungy colors. Mm-hmm. And they're all more casual wearing of them. I don't do so much in the formal. The Tuesday is beautiful.
Yay! Tomorrow will be beautiful.
Good, I'm glad.
I am so glad too, especially.
How is a few hours from now, Brandon, if you're still here?
Yeah, Brandon's a couple hours, 1 or 2 hours ahead of us.
2
hours ahead of us. So he doesn't get to stay on very long because he gets really tired and has to go to bed.
Actually, he doesn't go to bed. He usually gets called away by his mom to do things.
Brandon, your other mother says go to bed. Sometimes we have Angela here. She's in Georgia, so she's a couple hours ahead of us as well. Some people are in the same time zone as me. I hope some of them can come.
I'm in the same time zone as you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I think the time zone's right here.
Oh. So what time is it for you?
I don't know because I can't see. It's 8:15.
8:15? How?
I don't know. Do you know there is time zones?
It's 8 o'clock for me.
There are time zones somewhere that go by the half hour. Like the time zones are divided by half hours. I can't remember where it was. Which is very different than most of the world, which is on the hourly thing.
So it's what, divided by every 15 minutes?
In my world.
Okay.
That's just while I'm sitting in this chair.
Oh, so when you move, it won't be.
Right.
What about when you sit on your spot in the couch?
That is whatever time it shows on the clock.
Oh, is it because it's on that side of the house?
Probably. I don't know.
So when you throw out the dishwater,
I am throwing that into the past.
It's 8:15 for you right now, and it's 8 o'clock for me.
It's 7:45 outside. In the backyard.
Your time zone's really small, Mom.
I told you. It's this chair. If I were to get up and go get my thing over there, I would not be in my time zone. I'd be in your time zone.
What?
It's just my chair that's wrong.
So it's this room that's this time zone?
The room is on the normal mountains time zone.
Okay.
My chair's not.
Okay.
And the outside is 15 minutes behind.
Okay.
So I throw water into the past.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Would you like me to throw it into the future so it hits you in the face?
No wonder I'm time blind.
Whatever. Definitely has nothing to do with me.
Uh-huh, right.
I did not make you time blind.
Sure.
These socks are for
huge.
a big foot.
They're huge.
Way bigger than mine.
Way bigger than mine.
Put your foot up here.
No. I don't show my feet on the internet.
They're way bigger than my feet. They're for my 20-year-old son.
We could find one of your shoes.
Nope.
We could.
No.
We could.
No.
We could, though.
No. Nightbot said a whole bunch of things. Did we miss anything?
Just her saying hook.
Look, there you can go back and you can subscribe to her channel right there. Oh, she did say, she said, oh, I make lots of flowers and amigurumi, sweaters, skirt, tops, cardigans, summer hats, and winter hats.
Nightbot hid it from me.
Yeah, I knew we missed something. That's why I scrolled up.
I got new earrings. They are medical grade stainless steel because I'm allergic to copper. And I had to get new studs, otherwise my piercing would close up. And I didn't want that.
Part of me thinks I should put my Swift out and clean up the yarn. So I knit a sweater and it was okay. The sweater was fine. It was my very first sweater, so I liked it for that. But I didn't love the pattern after it's all said and done. It just was shapes that just weren't for me. It had kind of a geometric feel to it. And so I undid the sweater and I had it wound up in balls, and I was like, okay, I'm going to knit a new sweater from it. And maybe the same pattern, but take out some of the things. And then the cats played with the plants and knocked them over, and so the yarn got all dirty. So this week I finally unwound all of those balls, washed it really good, and now it's sitting in little things in a box that I need to make the balls again. So I can use that yarn for a sweater. I might see if I can use a bigger needle.
So ShiAnne, is your allergies are by birth or it was developed due to some reasons?
I'm guessing both of those are by birth. As I don't know why you would be allergic to acrylates so young. Usually people who are allergic to acrylates develop it from like overexposure with getting their nails done or something like that. I mean, not always, but.
So what happened to me?
I don't know, because you said you had issues when you were little.
I did. You made me a scarf, and it made me all itchy and hot, and paint was always like super hot on my hands, and I wouldn't get paint on my hands like everybody else does. And I thought it was bizarre that everybody else did, because I was like, doesn't it burn? It does not for most people.
When we did face painting, did I ever use that acrylic paint on your face?
You have.
I'm so sorry.
I always thought it was odd that when people would use acrylic paint on my face, I would break out. But I thought it was just because I had stuff on my face that wasn't meant to be on faces. I remember once you did a like 4th of July thing on my face, and that's how I know that you have. I've also had face paint artists do acrylic paint. She asks how Amy is. I don't know.
Hold on.
I want to drop it.
Amy! Bima wants to know, how are you? You're not Amy. Where's Amy? That was Kalani. Amy's been watering the yard. So I'm very grateful for that.
Why does the air conditioner not work in here?
Why is the air conditioner just being stupid in general?
Oh, there's a kitty. I know, Mister.
Don't let the kitty in.
He couldn't get in unless he jumped. And
Bima would like to know how you are. How are you? No!
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Ah!
Nuh-uh.
Ha!
Hi.
Anyway, how are you, Amy?
I'm doing pretty well.
Better than me at this moment. Oh my goodness.
Nuh-uh.
I have a drop stitch from that, but I cut at least, it's only a couple stitches down. So I'll need my crochet hook when I come back around to that. This is the one that's making me panic though. Just pull it out of the whole thing. Dang it.
Brandon's back.
Hi, Brandon's back.
Do you want to join us or do you want to leave now? Bye.
Bye. We love you.
Love you too.
We'll have to have her come back in a week or two and sing songs for us. That was fun. Gave us something to talk about too. Panic moment.
Honestly, acrylic is less painful. Sorry, she said, oh, so sorry, dear, you had to go through so much pain. So I'm saying now, acrylic and acrylates are not as painful as some of my other allergies like wool and hay. Wool and hay are, I think, by far my worst ones besides like beef. But I still think they're worse than beef.
Your reaction to wool is much faster than my reaction to wool.
Super instant. Hay too. Hay and wool are actually on par with each other in reactivity. I wish that I didn't have to learn that at work.
Hay.
Hi-yo, Brandon.
I found out I was allergic to hay when we had a rabbit. And I had real hay fever, not just like seasonal allergies. This is going to be so fun.
Do y'all know how to do embroidery? Asks Brandon. I, in theory, know how to.
I have done an embroidery project. I've done a couple of projects that were like fairly simple stitches, and then I did more complicated stitches. So I do know how to do it. I don't do it a lot because it's like doing micro crochet. I would need glasses stronger than what I wear.
Why do you ask? That's a foot.
That's cotton yarn.
Hey, I can touch it.
Yeah. This is alpaca yarn.
I can touch it. I have to be really careful at run fairs and the clothing booths.
Yeah.
Because half of the stuff in there is wool and half isn't. I have to ask the vendors which stuff is and which stuff isn't. And usually I have to have somebody with me to touch it to find out, just in case. I've been wanting to learn so I can make something for ShiAnne.
Aww. I need you to take a picture of the bookmark I sent you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I forgot to take a picture of that, and so...
He forgot to take a picture of that after the call because he couldn't do it very easily while we were on call. And then I forgot to have him take a picture. I like this color.
Okay.
I would like to wear this color more often, but it's one of my baggy t-shirts that's for pajamas. Yes, I am in my pajamas.
I am not.
Today has been a very not do anything but read day.
That is not my truth.
That was your decision.
I choose to get things done so I can feel productive. And I knew I was really close to finishing that blanket, and I wanted it out of my to-do list. Ay, ay, ay.
Brandon's not home right now, but he can do it when he gets back.
Can you please try to remind him?
I will, because I'll remind him about the book, and then he'll remember the bookmark.
I feel really silly that I didn't remember to take a picture of it.
You were trying to get it done so that we could send the package.
Yes, I was.
Now he has even more desire to send us a package. How's the repairing it going?
I have to work back to where the yarn is.
Oh boy.
But in order to do that, I have to actually put these stitches on the needles, whereas where the rest of these are dropped off, if I really wanted to, I could wait until I get around to them. So I don't know.
It will happen.
It was not what I meant to
eventually.
do. The whole point of bringing socks was so that I could have something where I could work on them without looking.
And then Amy distracted you.
I'm not going to blame Amy. All right. I have one to fix when I get back to it.
Brandon couldn't eat any of my snacks. They would hospitalize him. These are little soda
where other
gummies.
people are.
Probably on somebody else's live for now.
Well, that other live needs to end. It's a happy Monday night or Tuesday morning, depending on where in the world you are. I'm just so frustrated. I hate it when this happens.
Yeah. I can work on mine too.
Yay. Bum, 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 bum. Fima, what kind of amigurumis do you make on your channel? I have a doll pattern that I'm working on. I was going to make it for the Decade Divas, but then I dropped out of Decade Divas. So now I can talk about it. I'm making a doll.
That might also be part of the reason I haven't been working on it. Because I struggle to do things with my hands if I'm not listening to something. And usually I will watch Criminal Minds or a show with you or something like that while I'm doing it, or even YouTube. But I haven't been watching anything recently.
Makes sense.
And it's really quiet right now.
It is quiet right now. Okay, I got to here. Oh, I'm just going to undo it to the thing because most of it's undone anyway. So if I just take off.
Brandon is wearing it might even be my first finished yarn project.
No, your first finished yarn project was your little purse strap.
Like, that's not yarn. That's embroidery floss. I used embroidery floss for that.
So when I finish your frog earrings, that's not yarn?
It's not yarn.
Even though I was crocheting with it.
It's a crochet project, not a yarn project. It's different.
How do we define the difference between yarn and not yarn?
What it's called is this is yarn, see? Yarn. Also, look. I'm doing so good. There are many mistakes, but unless you actually know what you're looking for, you won't find them. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Deb. Deborah Thacker.
I paused
don't know if I've
mid-stitch and now I
Seen
don't
you
know
for
if
a
I
minute.
messed up.
It's been a while, huh?
I did.
I think it's been a minute.
Has been a minute since we saw Deborah.
Yeah. My needle came out of my socks. And so I've been trying to get the stitches put back on. May have to.
I'm having a much easier time today holding it my usual way.
Hey. Is it
Do
this?
you have a measuring tape in here?
No. Maybe?
Because I'm so close to finishing this one, I don't want to make it too big and have to unravel it. That's just tedious.
I'd be more inclined to say, hey, Kalani.
Hey, Kalani.
Hey, Kalani.
It didn't work.
I can't reach the door from here. Oh.
There.
Hey, Kalani.
Is this gonna my earbuds?
Can you bring one of the measure and cut tapes to me, please?
Deborah says, I love the color. What is it? Yes, it's me.
Yes, it's her.
It is for a tank top.
In that green basket.
This is one of the yarns that I got for my birthday. Wow, it's been so long since my birthday.
Right. That was one of the yarns from Chef Lori.
Yeah, it's my favorite one. I was so excited to use it that I had to be very specific with what I would make for it.
Took her a while to find a pattern. There should be tape measures. One of those cloth ones, the white ones. I mean, technically one of those yellow ones, the metal ones, is on there as well. All right. Okay. Unless I missed something.
Do you?
Is that a tape measure?
What?
No, tape measurer in the from room.
That's a funnel.
He's looking in the kitchen. That's not where the tape measure was. I think I got this one. I think. Nope, something's weird right there. But that may just be the way
Is
that
it
the
peach?
yarn.
Would you say this is peach?
I would say that's peach.
It is.
That was a very popular color in the 80s. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
There, now there's a tape measure in here. You can measure.
Weird comment, but sometimes I feel like the ball is part of my body. So when the door hits against it, I'm like, what? Do I just have a big butt? No, I'm sitting on a ball.
You are so funny.
It's only when I'm really, really not paying attention to anything. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Which row are you on? A solid row or a skipping row?
yeah. It's these corners where I have to do it, holding it different. I hate that.
I can see why you would have to hold the corners different.
And it's when it's at the beginning of a row that I struggle more holding it my normal way too.
I don't know if the yarn has a specific name. Do you have the bag thing that it came in? The yarn?
No.
Oh. It was from Premier? Mary Maxim. I don't remember.
It is knitting yarn that I'm crocheting with.
It's like a, I guess it's called a chained cotton. So I don't. There's no way you're gonna be able to see it. But instead of the strands, it's got that like 2B thing. You can't see that. I think that's called a chained.
Technically, I'm crocheting with fabric to make fabric.
Did I go back?
I can tell I'm usually watching Criminal Minds while making this.
Why?
Now, every time I wear it, I'm going to think about Criminal Minds, which I don't mind. I don't mind. There is a particular character in there that I am truly obsessed with, and I can say it is an obsession. To the point I actually know the actor's name, which is not like me.
Yeah, I even know his name. That's definitely not like
I even know things about him, which
he
is
wrote
weird
books.
for me.
Yeah.
Children's
Books.
He also illustrated them. And I really want to read them because they actually seem like fun.
Oh no.
I also know that he's a lot smarter than he thinks he is.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Do you know who else is smarter than he thinks he is?
My son.
Brandon. And also your son. All of them. Actually, no. Zach does think he's smart.
Zach almost sometimes thinks he's smarter than he is.
Yeah.
Like, he's smart. He's definitely smart. But then he's got areas where he's overconfident. But that's okay. He's only 20. It's all good. He'll be 21 in October. Yeah. Huh.
No.
Yeah. Huh.
Nope.
And it makes a difference at his work. Twisted stitch. Think I almost have all my yarn stuff fixed. What'd he say?
He said, I absolutely love Criminal Minds, and it's sad I can't say anything about it because I've seen every episode, and I haven't. So he's stressed.
Just encourage her to watch more frequently so that she gets through the seasons.
I already watch it on most of my spare time, except this week I decided to take a break from it. From technology in general as much as I could. But unfortunately, we don't have a car, so going to the library is not easy, and so I can't read solid books. Unless I walk. And I could walk to there, but walking back uphill...
I need to check my email and see when Hiram's books due. I might have to get somebody to either take it to the library
you're talking about?
or give you a ride. Who said that?
Deborah. How did I still manage to mess up? I've been so careful.
I think when you do some of your bigger stitches, because of the yarn and the hook size, it throws you. I think if
the yarn is not so much of a problem for me. It's actually way easier than regular yarn. But definitely the hook throws me. And if I get really in the flow, then I don't actually check to see if I did it right. I just kind of do it and I don't even look. Which is a bad habit. Not making sure I'm doing it right.
All right. Let's hope that was the last thing.
At least it's things that
had to
are
fix.
Easy to...
All right.
Oh. See, that's what happens when I don't pay attention.
See. I think I've got it fixed. This is ridiculous because I could have had like 2 or 3 more rows knitted in the time that it took me to fix that. When the needles slide out of knitting, it's not impossible, but dang, it sure can be nerve-wracking for a minute. No, I don't think I'm completely fixed because that one feels funny.
When I was talking to Sky about crocheting stuff, Josh asked if I do any of that kind of stuff, like crochet and knitting, and I was like, well, I, recently. And then I had to explain.
It's a fairly new hobby for ShiAnne.
That's only because when I started out, we were using acrylics. And it was making my hands itchy and very, very, very hot.
How does this color compare? It's a little bit darker, but it's really close. This is some Pima cotton in... They're 50 grams. I'm trying to see if there's any more information.
That could be a cute
Peru
solution for the straps if I run out.
Maybe not.
Said could.
I've got like 4 of these at least. So I can make something really fun with that, with 4 of those. I can't tell what weight they are because I don't see a weight thing on here. But they look like they're probably like a 2. Actually, they look like they're Also that chained thing like you've got. See? Instead of like this kind of yarn where it's spun together, this is like chained together. So this has got the same kind of texture. I can't tell what weight this is. I could look and see approximately how many yards.
This is most regular yarns, in my opinion, would look with this.
I'm not up to date on my how many stitches per inch. It says 19 stitches, I think. 19 stitches.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
For 10. Yeah, I'm showing her a purple.
It looks way prettier in person. It's one of my favorite colors of purple.
There's at least 2 of those.
It goes well with my favorite
color.
There's
a really pretty red in there. It's a really pretty red in there. Anyway, yeah. I got things to do. Things to make.
1, 2, buckle my shoes.
I don't know if I dare work on this anymore. Okay, did we miss things? Nightbot is talking.
But Brandon had to plug his phone in.
Deborah said something. I moved my glasses up. I was also thinking maybe apricot. I don't know. I just think very pretty.
I personally think this looks more of a peach.
Yeah,
it's not orange.
It's closer to a like a closer to her skin color actually.
It is pretty close to my skin color.
Not as much there, but your arms.
Well,
you're so pale though. I guess it's more your hands.
I'm so pale.
She's so pale. She needs some sun.
No, thank you.
Then she won't actually get a suntan. She'll just burn and hurt and then
would rather not get sunburned.
Look pretty much the same. So
I might tan very, very slightly. Like sauteed onions.
You're a sauteed onion.
Not right now. I'm just a regular chopped onion.
You're just an onion. Sauteed onion.
Like an ogre.
You have layers.
I do. And it seems that not many people peel back the layers. They are content with the outside. Maybe because they know I'll make them cry.
That was good.
Thank you. I was planning that from the moment I said onion.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm so funny.
I did. See that red taupe?
No.
I cleaned it out. And I put fabric in there.
Good job. I want to learn to sew, but we don't have a truly working machine right now. I've wanted to learn how to sew since I was a kid.
I was blessed. My mom's sewing machine was always up. And she had a sewing desk table thingy that it sat in. So it was always up. And so she could just sew whenever she wanted to. And it was just there to teach me how to sew and everything. And it was a good sewing machine, an old Kenmore. And before everything went to plastic and this and plastic that. And I was like, oh, I'll buy a Kenmore. So I bought an expensive Kenmore, and it's just as any different than some of the less expensive ones. So
I probably would have gone into fashion if I'd learned to sew at a young age.
I believe that.
Yeah, because I was absolutely obsessed with fashion growing up, and I still kind of am, but in a less I'm in your face about it kind of way.
Okay, what did Deborah say?
What is the most funniest thing that you've heard but say?
bot say, maybe?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I don't understand the question.
Sorry. We don't understand the question. We don't have Amy to play the music for us. We don't have a new journal to share because we shared our journal last week.
Did we?
Yeah, Amy's journal.
Oh, yeah.
Which because it finally went live, I ordered hers.
I don't even have new art to show because I haven't been working.
And...
Well, I've been working on a secret project, but I haven't told you about that because it's a secret from you.
From me?
Yeah. It's a surprise. You'll love it.
Sure.
But it'll take a while.
Sure.
It's one of those big projects. I've already started it. And it all started because of a dream.
Okie dokie. What did she say?
It was a really, really weird dream. Nightbot say that was 20-year-old Isaac Robinson, registered security officer Robinson, 24-year. Oh, what?
Thing about Nightbot is he only says what he's programmed to say. And as I don't watch a lot of lives, I haven't seen Nightbot say pretty much anything other than what I've programmed him to say and would have seen on Chef Lori's channel.
I've only seen what I helped you come up with, Nightbot, to say. Yeah. She's like, you're the sassiest person in the house. Give me some sass for Nightbot. And then I said something, and she was like, I'm putting that in. But I was like, that was not for that, but okay. I was just sassing her in the moment.
You came up with the needles one, right?
Possibly. What one's that?
I don't know. What did I just do? What the hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, I don't want to invite guests.
Well,
I would be happy to invite guests.
Anybody want to be a guest right now?
Don't know what's that was weird. Okay. Bye. That I started pushing buttons to type and it did weird stuff. All right, Nightbot, let's go.
So Magical Michele creates. Looks like somebody wants attention. I came up with that one. I think.
Probably.
It sounds like me.
Probably.
And that one has been attacking a certain person every time they come on.
Heh. Is that what Lori gets?
Yeah. Every time.
Nightbot likes to sass Lori. Doesn't even matter what channel she's on. Everybody's channel. Nightbot can be so kind to everybody else. And then it will sass her. I think I have a spot I know I have to fix. I don't have my stitch markers with me. So normally I stitch them. So now I have to be really careful as I'm going around.
I don't have any stitch markers in my bag yet. They're all downstairs.
Yes, I hit the note. Well, thank you. Thank you. Vima left her. I don't know if you are familiar with Vima. She left her channel up there earlier.
She's pretty great. We like her.
Yeah, she was here last week. When we had Amy here, Amy was playing her music. It was great. It was wonderful. It was entertaining. I feel so boring without her.
We're not boring.
I feel boring.
We're not boring. She's just loud.
I feel boring. I think. I'm almost done.
I don't feel boring. I feel like I'm very low energy today. I did not wake up low energy, though. I woke up with great energy.
It's probably me. It's my fault. I did it. I got mad at her today.
I just wanted to take a shower.
Me too.
And I said she could go first, and then she got upset.
Because my house stank.
I didn't smell it.
I think it was the sauce stuff, whatever sauce was left out. Like in that pan that was coated in tomato stuff.
Could be.
I think it was probably like about to turn moldy or something.
To be fair, my sinuses have been very congested today until a couple hours ago. Did you program us to do that?
Program.
Who's Deborah?
Yeah, I programmed Nightbot to do what he does.
I love how all the technology things are he's when it comes to you.
Nightbot is a he.
Yeah, but so apparently is ChatGPT.
ChatGPT is a he. Talks like a he.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. All my stuffed animals are also he's. What's your point?
Is Candy a he?
No, Candy's a she, but Candy's been around since I was a baby. She's very old.
I have a couple of she's, but it's mostly he's.
All right. I think I'm at the stitch I need to fix. And then I think it will be entirely fixed. And I'm going to put it away so that I don't mess up again. Plus, I need to get Zach's measurements because he wants knee socks. So, Deborah, have you heard? Have you heard about the magical mail this month? Because, is that Deb M? Yes.
Well, hi, Linda.
Is the co-host, and it's flags or flag inspired. And hi, Linda. I don't know if I sent you your thing yet or not because I can't remember. And I was like, wait, did I do that? So now I have to go check if I did it. But somebody is getting their book today or got their book today. But I think that was somebody else. That did not work. That did not solve the problem. What in the world? So my knitting needles came out. And so I had to pick up all my stitches. Maybe it was just a weird spot. Tension's always weird right after you have to pick up all the stitches. Anyway, putting my socks away because they were supposed to be one of those things that I could just work on and look at the thing. And then the knitting needle came out, and so I had all my live stitches on one sock and half of them on another one.
Work on this kind of a project without looking.
I actually have a hard time crocheting and not looking. I have to look at my crochet.
Because I barely have to look.
I didn't even know until I learned how to knit that people crochet without looking. And then I've heard there are people that crochet without looking. I've knitted or crocheted for 45 years and did not know that.
I could probably become the kind of person who crochets without looking and like exercises while crocheting.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I know.
But I can knit without looking unless
That
it's
reminds
like
me, I need to
regular
schedule
stocking.
a sky.
Stocking that I can. I can also knit ribbing without looking. As long as it's just a simple pattern, I can do it without looking. Which is very nice. Very nice indeed. So what are you working on? I'd like to know what people are working on. ShiAnne is working on her tank top. She's making a square. I have not. I've really been out of the loop. You just start putting me back on the meds.
Do you remember how far across it needs to be? Like 12 inches?
Well, I'm glad that you're finding your solutions and you're coming back out of the fog. I did guess that you meant fog, not frog.
Oh, but frog is great.
Coming out of the frog.
I like that better. I'm going to start saying that instead.
Yeah.
My brain's been all froggy today.
Yeah, my body feels froggy.
I feel froggy. It's a very accurate way to describe how I've been feeling today.
Like almost gonna croak. Just kidding, not. Oh, I want to be doing something with my hands.
You go work on my project for me.
She's funny. So
I mean, you could. You could. I have it like hooked on my pinky.
smart.
I don't know when that happened. It just happened.
Yeah. Can't work on my blanket because it's done. Can't work on the socks because I don't dare. Nothing else is in here. Plus, my flag project is a charted project, so I can't work on that because I have to look at the chart. And my new t-shirt is not at a point where I can work on it while not looking at. What'd you say?
I hit a slump in my crochet, so I've been doing a bit of diamond painting and tidying my flower beds.
Nice.
So funny how I can read something and retain absolutely none of it because I wasn't actually paying attention. Luckily, I read it before I read it.
You're funny. I don't have a flower bed this year, and that makes me sad because I really like it working in it. And I have yet to actually do diamond painting. My kids have had diamond painting around, but it was very specifically theirs, so I didn't participate, and I really wanted to.
There were a lot of things I didn't know about it when I did it before that I would do differently now.
But I would like a little one to work on.
I enjoy things like that, repetitive, but not too repetitive, because it's changing colors.
Do you have a new little dog? Is your little new little dog a frog? Just kidding.
Oh, I reached a corner. When did that happen?
Just now.
Oh my goodness. I swear I was in the middle of the road.
She don't love the corners.
I actually enjoy the corners. It's just more awkward for my hand.
Her hand doesn't love the corners.
Yeah.
I've been going through my yarn and trying to figure out what to do. So I have a bunch of acrylic yarn. Some of it's like smaller weight and some of it's bigger weight. But I don't have the finances to like do a giveaway and give them away. I just don't have the money to pay for shipping and stuff. But I was thinking that I might do it such that if somebody wants to pay for the shipping, I could send them yarn. I haven't decided yet though, because I'm still going through all the yarn. I think I've gotten through all the yarn in my room. And so I need to go get all the yarn from downstairs, all the acrylic, and find a new home for all the acrylic yarn, except for a few that I will use to work on for hats for the homeless, because cotton is a really bad yarn for hats. As far as if it gets wet, it retains water. So it's not good for the thing. What you say?
Start up on my tremor medicine. Maybe I can get my words better. Well,
sometimes those kind of things take time.
I can't type on my phone. I used to be able to, but then I had that concussion, and ever since I cannot get back up, and I don't know what the problem is. But on the computer, I type faster than most people.
What did Linda say?
They have coaster sets you diamond paint. Lori Stories just had a live the other day where she did a coaster. That sounds like fun.
I know that I have a copy of the thing that she made for Mermaid of it was a mermaid tail. She made up the pattern, but I don't think she ever made the diamond art. But it was going to be a bookmark. But then you have to buy all the supplies for that if you don't have them. And because I've never done it before, I don't want to invest in a big thing and then decide that I don't actually enjoy it. Because it's another one of those things, like, would my eyes have issues with it?
That was a blanket for my new 2-year-old Yorkie.
Oh,
You have a Yorkie? Cool.
Those are kind of small. Cute dogs. We just found out that our cats, who are almost a year old, their mom just had kittens this week. And there's a part of me that wants to get another kitten, and the other logical part of me says, that's really dumb. Don't do it. So we'll go with that. It's
not the time for that.
That's really dumb. Don't do it. It's just not the right timing, but there is a part of me that wants another one. I'm hoping for a cuddly cat. And I know they exist because I've had them in the past. But right now we have one cat that pretty much doesn't have much to do with anybody, and another one, he'll go around and make sure everybody's okay, and then he has one kid that he'll sit in his lap.
Which one's which?
Star will sit in Hiram's lap.
Okay. Just the way you said it made it confusing. Hades actually will bother me nonstop when I'm downstairs.
He only bothers me when he's hungry.
Sometimes it's really irritating in the middle of the night when I get up to use the restroom and he won't get out of my bed. Because I have a tent. Partially to keep them out while I'm sleeping because I do have a mild allergy to them. So when they get up near my face, it causes sinus issues.
Deborah's Yorkie's name is Lulu.
That's awesome.
And Linda's saying, yeah, the one that she's working on is hard to see the symbols.
Do you know who would love that name? Cootie Gatwa is the doctor.
I think Lulu's a fun
getting
name.
Small. My posture while crocheting is very bad.
Now's the time to train it differently.
Well, I've been repairing my posture anyway, but it's hard to focus on both at once. Maybe if I weren't sitting on the ball, it would be easier.
Remember to drink your water.
I have an itch on my shoulder that just won't go away.
Now that the blanket's done, I will like make myself finish the presents for Adel and Ewan.
They won't take long. They're tiny.
The one is like 75% done. I don't know, which is frustrating me that I keep putting it off. And then for crochet, my main crochet, possibly my only crochet, will be the doll. And then I've cast on a new sweater. I have the socks going. I have the flag going. Is that all my projects? I kind of want to come up with a cow bookmark in knitting to send my friend because I didn't like working with the crochet. And I kind of still feel bad that she asked for me for those things, and then I never did them. Oh, nope, I have a frog to make, frog earrings. Sorry, eventually you'll get your froggy earrings. Deborah wrote us something.
I have one of the 6 that I need to find a home for. She's got all of her shots. She just needs a thrill of loving hole, and I'll give you a source of food. I don't know where you're located.
We're in Utah, but we're not ready for another pet right now.
I still haven't gotten into the swing of taking care of these ones.
Well, we have. Amy hasn't.
I know. I was trying to not call her out again.
This week marks the anniversary of the loss of our dog. Today is, what's today? The 14th, 13th, 14th? Something like that.
14th.
17th is his anniversary of passing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yeah. And then the kittens' birthdays are in a couple weeks. They were born right after we lost the dog. And
where has time gone?
I wasn't sure at first if we were going to get the kittens to replace, well, not replace, but to give us something to put our efforts and attention on. And then we ended up getting them. So.
Well, we were going to just get the one.
Hey, Lori. We've talked about you.
We're such gossips.
Well, we've talked about diamond art. I talked about how we're doing a live with you. ShiAnne might be coming. We put it on her calendar. So she'll probably be there.
I can't imagine anything will come up and make it so I don't come.
What else have we said about her?
That she's gorgeous. Oh, wait, no, I just said that.
I swear there was something else. I don't know. I was saying I don't want to get a big project for diamond art to try because I don't know if my eyesight would let me.
If it didn't, I'd take over.
But that's not the fun of it. The whole fun of it is for me to have another something because I don't have enough hobbies.
You have more hobbies than me.
That's kind of the point, ShiAnne.
How many hobbies do I have?
I don't know.
I can't call writing a hobby because it's not. Writing is my soul. Art is technically my hobby and my job.
I got
This is
my
a new
current
hobby,
kitties
possibly.
really shortly after my other kitty passed, and I feel like it took me a little longer to bond with them because it was probably too soon. Yeah, it's funny how things like that work, because for my one son, I think it actually was really good for him. We got the kittens 3 months to the day after we lost our dog, and I think it was good because it's given him somewhere to share some of his affection, even though he's still really been grieving. But it can be too soon after somebody.
I find it easier to connect with cats.
Yeah.
But that's also because I had a fear of dogs for a very long time, and I'm still weary around them, but I'm not afraid of them anymore. I don't know if Brandon knew that.
Hmm.
I might have mentioned it. There's a knot. How dare it?
Way
It's
back
not cool.
here, Lori said the coasters are easy. Deborah lives in Texas. Did we say we live in Utah? I think we did. I hope you find a home for your
I have
littles.
only partly been paying attention.
And Nightbot. The live will be fun. She sent an email. I saw an email about possibly changing the date, but I was just like, whatever, we're going to keep it Wednesday. You just don't know it yet. And figured and I figured I'd respond later, and then I never did. It's been kind of a crazy kind of day. Not like I've been super busy. I've been super emotional today. I have been crying all day. Every time I turn around, something's making me cry. And it's very frustrating. And it started right when I woke up. So I've got the kind of tired that comes from crying.
I had to work on some of my triggers today, too. So I have a very, very mild version of that kind of tired.
I had like 4 different crying bouts.
I only had the one.
2 of them full on sobbing.
I'm not even sure if anyone was aware that I had the one until just now.
I heard you.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you hear me sniffling? Because that was not when I was crying.
I don't know. But I knew you were. I
was sitting on the stairs when it happened. But when I was sniffling, it was because my sinuses were finally clearing out. And it was all runny and stuff.
I don't know, because it was back earlier when I was still kind of in mine, or one of mine, that I heard it. Like pretty early in the day. Anyway, yeah. Some days are like that. And you just have those days. And today was one of those for me. Hopefully it's...
Lori said she's had days like that, and she's sorry.
Yeah. I read that.
My back is really hurting.
I'm sorry. I wanted to remember what was in here.
Pretty.
See this really pretty yarn? I don't know how well you can see it. It's like a really pretty strawberry reds kind of thing.
I actually like the color better on the screen where it's really muted.
I bought it, and then she's like, I'm allergic to acrylates. Okay, that's not how it works.
You were the one who told me.
We figured out she was allergic to acrylates, and I had bought this, and I'm like, so now I can't keep this. And this is Summer Nights.
Stuff is flying all through the air, and I'm not sure what it is.
I'm sorry. I have no clue. It's probably dust. Anyway, this was a thing I was working on, and I can't keep it. Because the thing is I like to make wearables, and she can't hug me if I'm wearing them. So I was wanting to look in here. I have some acrylic sock yarn. I have a whole bunch of this acrylic sock yarn that I'm so excited to make stuff with.
What the heck did I just do?
Anyway, I saw it there and I was like, I'm so sad. I don't know what you did. She's learning how to fudge things.
Half of the time, I fudge things without telling you I fudged them.
Oh, that's so sad. In April of 2024, they lost 2 dogs 20 days apart, both from cancer.
Oh,
that is rough. For us, we had the weirdest time last summer because during the week leading up to my dog passing away, he was really, really sick. We were really struggling. We knew it was coming.
For a long time.
But he was really sick. We knew the end was there at the end, like for the last week. And in the middle of that is when my friend lost her husband, which was 2 days ago, a year ago. So a year and 2 days ago. And then I lost my dog. And one of my subscriber friends, her dog passed away like a week later or 2 weeks later. I can't remember the order of everything because then also at like one was a week after and the other was 2 weeks after, and I can't remember which one's which, that my friend's dog was hit by a car, and her puppy was so beautiful. And it was like, he was only like a year old. It was so sad.
Didn't the kids watch it happen?
Oh yeah, and all the kids, like including the 3-year-old, all watched it happen. And so that was just very hard. And my friend held him while he died, like was holding him when he passed.
She did?
Yeah, it's the last words.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That was a bad joke. I shouldn't have made that joke.
And I heard somewhere that losing a dog, I think it would apply to other animals, other pets too, is sometimes harder than losing a child. And I've thought about it, and I thought the reason why is because our animals love us unconditionally. And somewhere along the way, when it comes to children, that we get like some conditions. Because I don't think it applies to losing a baby.
I think we're kind of taught conditions. We're conditioned to condition.
Yeah.
I gave it a year and I still wanted another one, so I waited till I found the right one, and I did.
Yay for finding
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah. My neurologist added a new med, and I think it's actually working. Yay! I've had almost no head pain for 2 days. That's amazing. I'm excited for you. ShiAnne, you're going to bump the table saying that the camera's touching.
But my back popped, and now I'm like, if I move too soon, it'll make everything worse.
Welcome back.
I feel mildly better. Not very much, though. I haven't had much back pain recently until sitting here on the live. Maybe because I move more and my posture's been better. My posture sitting on this is not very good. But my hips can't stand to sit on a chair for so long without moving.
I don't know. I don't have answers for you. Woo. We still don't have a van.
It is pretty, says Deborah. You could randomly start a project right now.
No, because that stuff has to be washed before you use it.
I didn't say with that stuff.
Everything else is in the other room. My needles are in the other room, and if I started another project, I would start a knitting project. I could start, if you have me one of those things of yarn.
Can I touch it?
It's cotton.
Okay.
Who didn't tell you?
Oh, it's got a weird texture.
Cotton, it feels very dry. It needs to be fluffy. It's, yeah.
We've been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah. I don't want to undo it, but I want to figure out what the heck happened right here. I'm going to get this ready to go on the Swift as much as I can because it got really wrinkly in the thing. It's very messy. But I wasn't careful about washing it because it had dirt and planting stuff that was caught in the fibers, and so I was not being careful when I was washing it. So I wanted to get that out. So it dried all extra wrinkly. The Swift is in the box. It would be nice to have this yarn again. I can start working on this.
There's just something wrong with the ball.
The ball is not shaped ball-like.
No, it's not. It used to be. It's kind of egg-like now. But it also, I pumped it right before this, and it has already significantly lost its air, I guess.
Put that around there. That is one way. Okay. All right, now I gotta figure out how to get the white things off. Can you figure out how to get the white things off? What does Laura say? While I'm thinking of it, I'll send my magical Mal flag inspired hat to you. Yay! I gotta work on my flag thing. I do have a project. I finished. You've probably seen it. I finished the mosaic, overland mosaic project. I finished it today. So I'm going to make my video tomorrow and post that sometime this week. And that was actually inspired by a pride flag. So I'm going to put it in the slideshow as well. I'm very excited about that. Yay. Don't throw them on the floor. These
I threw it at you.
are stuffing. This is stuffing. Also cotton. I have a few flags. I've got Linda. Last week, Linda asked if I'd gotten her thing, and was it last week or the week before? I don't know. But I looked and I didn't have it, and so I sent her an email and said I didn't get it. So she sent it to me, and it's very cute. She does her spinner things, and she's got one of those in a little basket that holds yarn. Very cute. And then trying to think of who else I've had like 3 or 4 people turn their flag stuff in. It is beautiful. It is fun, but I'm so glad it's done. So glad it's done. But yeah, I finished. I had today, because the envelope border, you pick up stitches on the back side, and then you work it up to the height your border is going to be. And then you pick up stitches on the front side, and you work it up to the height. And then you stitch, you crochet them together so that it kind of envelopes the yarn inside of it. And I finished the last row of the front on Saturday, and so today I just did the entire border because I was like, it's the last row, and so I just finished it. And so I'm really excited to show that, and it's done. The border, I think, turned out really cute too. I like the border. What do you think of the border?
I didn't fully see it.
Oh. She can't touch it either because it's acrylic.
It's been really, really awkward where you put it, right in front of where I sit on the couch. Especially since it's really risky for me to move it.
Usually it's in a bag. Not always, but usually.
Yeah, but the bag's got holes in it. Yeah. And I always somehow manage to lose my grip on it.
Where can you find an end?
Nope.
That end I think goes in the back. Where's the other end?
Both go in the back.
They both go in the back. It's all twisted. I don't know which one will be the easiest to get off. Oh, that's lovely. I love how it's all twisted. That shouldn't be hard. All right. Yeah. She says that's how I'm going to feel about this animal blanket. It's taking forever. That's how I feel. I've been working on this blanket for basically a year. And so, yeah, I'm so glad to have it done. And then Deborah asked why I don't sell my yarn. And honestly, I don't sell my yarn because I don't have a lot of it. And because it would be, in some ways would be nice, but it's just weird. I don't even know how to explain it.
I mean, if you wanted to buy it, you could.
I don't even know what all I have. I think if I had bigger stash of yarn.
You've never had a very big stash.
I have never had a very big stash. I hate that my little thingy is in the other room, so I'm not doing. Oh, I need my thing. Can you go out and see if you can find the tube thing? She'll be back. I do have a possibility of what to do with some of my yarns. And there are some of my sock yarns I know I'm sending to somebody. But I'm not sure. I don't really care. Like I said, I just don't have a huge stash. So it's like, here's this one random thing. And I guess people do mystery box yarns and stuff. So it's not horrible. But also, like, setting up a way to sell it. I guess that's not too hard to have a website, but I don't know.
I also have an Etsy.
I do not want to set that stuff up on Etsy. The problem with, in my opinion, of setting things like that up on Etsy is then it almost becomes something people expect of you.
Hmm.
And for somebody like Lori, who like frequently buys from off the things and then sometimes will sell it and stuff, that's fine because every once in a while she will sell stuff. But she also frequently buys yarn and has a really big stash. Oh, it's caught somewhere. It's been a night. It's been a night. But for Vima, it's been a morning.
Do you know why musical marches, like the kind of music, are so fast when you can't actually march at that speed? It's because they found a march on one of those pianos that can play themselves.
Mm-hmm.
A really old one. And the springs and stuff in it were worn out and old. And that will cause it to go faster than it would have when it was in good repair. And they didn't adjust it knowing that. So it was just, they thought it was that fast, but it actually wasn't. It was because of mechanical disrepair. How did that happen?
Somehow this is strapped around the middle. That doesn't account for the fact that they write the information in the music, and even Sousa would have written information in the music.
That's just what I heard from the music nerd.
Yeah, but that just doesn't make sense with what I know about music.
I don't know.
Anyway, what do we have? Good night, Deborah. Hope you sleep well, and I'm glad you got your meds, and hopefully they're helping. And same with Lori. I'm so glad she got her meds too, and that she's been pain-free for 2 days. That is so stinking exciting.
When I have a proper sleep schedule, this is my bedtime too.
How is your sleep schedule these days?
It is actually good right now, which is why I'm yawning so frequently.
Yeah. When I get this, finish doing this yarn off of the thing, you can merry-go-round is going around and around and around. When I get done winding this, then I think we'll probably say good night.
These things, what are they called? Swifts?
Yes, it's called a swift.
They make me think of two things.
Okay.
A circus and a merry-go-round. Like part of me just wants to put a
circus tent. Yeah, it looks like a circus tent. What does she say?
It feels a little bit like a miracle.
I bet.
That's my health getting right better now. And pain leaving my body has felt like a miracle too.
For me, when I find something I can eat, it feels like a miracle.
Waking up not aching or being all groggy and cranky is so strange. But all year now, it's rare that I wake up aching or like having that internal shaking thing.
For me, I still haven't resolved ever the internal shaking, but sometimes it's worse than others. The one thing that I have not, or the one thing is, I can tell when I've been eating corn in anything or wheat because I will wake up achy. And when I was not, when I had some stuff I was eating that didn't have any wheat or corn in it, it was fine. But ever since I broke out in hives, I've been extra sensitive to wheat. I think I was always sensitive, but now I've just been more aware of it. I think it's because I hadn't been eating bread, and then we were making bread, and so I was eating it.
You got twisted around this.
And one ball of yarn. Yay! Throw it in with the cotton yarns over there. Yay!
That was bad. There we go.
Now we can close that up, because I'm not going to do another one tonight. All right. Well, you can be listening for a bit, but I don't know what you're going to be listening to because we're actually going to go. We've been rambling for almost 2 hours now, and I feel rambly. Sometimes I don't feel rambly. Tonight I feel rambly.
I don't feel rambly. I just feel done. Mostly because I'm in pain.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming. Hopefully we're all extra energetic next week. Maybe we can get Amy to come on again. It's always fun when she's here. Also, Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Lori's channel. Lori's Stories and Crochet. She just dropped her channel, so it's like right there to find. She and we're going to be joining her on her channel. I can't remember what time. It's in the afternoon, though, like mountain time. Which means Fiona probably won't be there because that will be the middle of the night for her because she's 12 hours ahead of us. Anyway, We love you guys. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye. You can hit end stream now.